Yes, yes, my people. What's going on, man? Big up yourselves. You don't know, man. It's daily antics at all times, man. All I'm saying, people, is, man, I hope and pray that many of you lot are in a good place. As I'm saying, like I said, it's very difficult being a parent. Like I said, it's just very difficult in being an adult. You know what I'm trying to say? And as I'm saying, like I said, people, man, we already know that the going can get tough. Do you see where I'm coming from? But as I'm saying, all we can really do is keep pushing and carry on. Does that make sense? Because like I said, we all know it's not easy. And there's many of us going through a hard time, and there's many of us that's going through difficult stages within our life. But all I'm saying, people, is keep pushing and keep trying, because no one ever said it's going to be easy. Just remember, you're waking up on each day to day to do what you can. Does that make sense? Many of us knows that we're coming up to the big day now, and we know that obviously a lot of us look forward to this day. Many of you lot work hard to earn you lot's pennies and pounds to make that money to get these presents for your children. Now, basically, really and truly, it's Christmas every day and birthday every day for your children. Why? Because every single time or any time that your child needs something, they get it. If they need a coat in February, you get it. If they need a pair of trainers in January, in July, you get it. June, February, you know what I'm trying to say? So every single day is their birthday, because every day that they wake up and it's another day that they can live to see another day. So I would just say that every day is their birthday. And for Christmas, it's every single time that they need something and you can purchase it for them. That's how I look at things. But at the same time, there's many people that's going through things that they don't have the money to afford to be able to buy things. And what we need to start looking at and appreciating is that, remember, we're all human and we can all go through things. Doesn't mean that just because you're in a good place doesn't mean you can't hit rock bottom. Does that make sense? I could be laughing at you going through the hard time as I'm going up. But just remember, I could be going down next week and you could be on the rise the week after. So they always say it's never ever good to laugh at someone when they're on the down. Does that make sense? Now look around you, people. If you can't see that there's more and more homeless people than 10 years ago, then I don't really know where you're from. Before I walk down the street, when I'm thinking to myself, it's like I might see maybe one or two back in the day. And before, you remember, you're young, innit? So it never used to be normal. Nowadays, it's become so normal. It's like, I just don't get it no more. I can walk down the street right now and see about 10 or 15 people homeless with a tent sleeping. Like, them things affect us because why? We're registering it. From your mind's registering it, it's affecting you. Does that make sense, my people? It's so crazy with what's going on. Having said that, that brings me to say that obviously many people look forward to Christmas, which we all know is the 25th of the year. I don't want to go into say too much because that's loose lips sink ships, and we all know how that can go. Does that make sense? But many people like to indulge and buy their presents for their children and their loved ones and so on and so have you. But what you need to realize is people need to appreciate, no matter what it is that you might get from somebody, it's not what you get, it's the thought that counts this day and age. Because like I said, people, society right now is making things so difficult for us all. I don't even know how certain people are even, making it happen. So from your parents able to put food in your gut and be able to put clothes on your back, you should be appreciating that. In this day and age, we don't see no children appreciating their parents. Like that. We see bare disrespect, bare violation, and what do you get at the end of it? You still get rewarded because you still ask for stuff and you still get it. Like that, people. It's so crazy to see out here. But as I'm saying, like I said, people, man, with the great respect, I've been doing TikTok for a while. So as you lot know, obviously I speak about TikTok and I talk on TikTok about many things. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And one of the things that I thought I would speak about is the people that don't have. Does that make sense? Because on a day-to-day basis, people, we go about our daily lives and we don't think about the people that don't have. Why? Because our lives are too fast-lived. Many people are rushing to work. After work, they rush and get their child. After that, they put their child to bed. After that, they barely get no time to themselves. So then, how can we then expect them to have the time to then think about the people that don't have if they don't have even the time for themselves? Does that make sense? But it's the little times that we need to sit down and think about the people that don't have, because these are the times that count. There are people out there that don't have no family members, don't have any friends, don't have any associates that they can rely on to even put a little, present on their door to say, here you go. And it's those little things that can make somebody feel to themselves that, life is worth living for. There's so much people that, if you don't celebrate Christmas, each to their own. But there's many people that do. And there's many people that don't have no family members, no associates, no partner to say, do you know what? Here you go, love. Or thank you very much, love. Words nowadays are powerful. At the same time, they're spells. But that's like I said, we don't want to go too much into things because it's not that time. People just need to respect each other and start appreciating each other on a higher scale. And trust me, society will be a much better place. People, man, it's Daily Antics, bruv. You lot know who it is, man. My YouTube page is Daily Antics 1. As you lot know, man, all I'm trying to do is just try to make a change. You know, like that, because I've been living in a place of where I've been seeing nothing but negativity for years and years, and no one's got nowhere. That's all I'm seeing, everybody in the same position. I'm still here. You know what I'm trying to say? So I thought to myself, what can people start doing to make sense from nonsense? It's turn it around then. You know, like that. When you're doing something and it's not going right for you and you do it again, it don't go right. You have to turn it around. You have to make change. Or who's going to make change for you, people? If you don't do it, who's going to do it for you? You know, like that. This is what people need to wake up. When you see yourself waking up and rising up in the hours of the morning, some of you that run to your phone, or you run to your reach, or you run to sometimes you jump on your phone, text, argue, bicker, and so have you. Take that time out to sit down and give yourself time to think, even if it's 10 minutes. Trust me, you'll be surprised of what thoughts come to your mind. And that thought can be the thought that changes your mind and your people around you forever. Take time out, people, and slow down and stop rushing, because 9 times out of 10, when you're rushing, you're just rushing into a next person's business and they're just living the high life. Yeah, you might be getting the shekels and they're getting the big boys. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So why don't we start getting the big boys and, have the people that can get the shekels that are willing? Because we have to start somewhere. Many people don't understand that you have to be a yes man before you become a boss man. And if you've got common sense, you will understand what I'm saying. Hear it, say it again in your head, and make it make sense. Having said that, people, man, it leads me on to say, like, I appreciate everybody that sent me gifts and everybody that's appreciated, tapped up the screen on my TikTok page and whatnot and what have you. And like I said, I did earn a little something from that. But like I've always said, it's not about the money, people. It's just about me personally. I get the appreciation from people tapping up the screens. That's what I get the appreciation of. But at the same time, people does show more of the appreciation and send gifts. And I've always forever said, with the gift money that I've received, I would always give it back to the community. And that's what I've always forever said. Now, like I've always said, I'm a man that sticks to my word, my people. So like I said, there's many people out there in the cold right now that's going through things and doesn't have nobody to leave them a present on the doorstep. So like I said, people, I'm not doing this for fame. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to be going up to people and be speaking to them and be like, what you going through? Here you go. I'm not going to do that, people. I would more prefer to do it quietly. So if somebody, when they're sleeping or, they're just there peacefully relaxing, they could be awake. Who's to ever say how they ever may be? What I'm going to do, people, I'm going to go and leave the presents there for them, and I'll be about my business. But like I said, people, I'm not doing this to become famous. I'm not doing this to brag and boast. It's not about that. It's just that I feel that I need to give back to the community for things that I've been through and things that's happened along the way for me. So with the great respect from you guys for showing the appreciation to me and what I've been speaking about and following me along my journey, I would like to say I appreciate it a lot, and thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. It's been a while now that I've been doing this, and I felt that it's been ups and downs, and like I said, it is a roller coaster, and like I said, I do learn from people and I do take things into consideration. Having said that, that leads me on to say that, yes, I am a deep thinker and I do think about things. Does that make sense? But that doesn't mean that, things ain't going to happen and maybe little debates might not happen and, things could be dealt with in a much better way. But at the same time, people, I'm only human. So having said that, with the money that I received from the gifters, like I said, I thought to myself, I will put it to gifts and give it out to the homeless people that are going through, a situation right now. And let's just pray and hope that they turn it around. So what I done was I matched the money that I made from gifts, and I thought I would buy gifts to give out for the people them. So like I said, people, I'm a man of my word and I always stick to that. So big up everyone that supported me, and big up everyone that's, tapped up the screen and sent money for gifts, because, I'm always like I said, I'm always, dedicated to stick to what it is. There's times in life where you'll make plans and people and negative energy will try and knock you off, but I'm always a guy that will override it. But big up everyone that supported me, man. It's Daily Antics at all times. And like I said, thanks for the support, and let's keep pushing and keep doing more, because like I said, the more we do and the better, the more we do is the better that we can, it's the better that we see, if that makes sense. The more we do is the better that we see. And that's it. Because once these younger generations sees us doing better, they start doing better, and then the younger generation will follow, and so on and so on. So having said that, people, big up everyone. Like I said, man, pray and hope that many of you lot are in a good place. And I pray and hope that you lot get to your destination. Because people, I promise you, like I said, 6 months ago, I was sitting there in my room thinking, Rod, you know what? I had everything planned. I was on TikTok doing all of that. And people was telling me to do the podcast. And I thought, I can't do that. And here I am. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So like I said, people, whatever you feel that you want to do, put your mind to it, and trust me, it can take off as long as you're putting the right energy in it and you've got the right people around you. So like I said, people, big up yourself, and I big up everyone that's out there, because like I said, if I can do it, trust me, you can. But anyway, people, it's Daily Antics at all times. Like I said, my YouTube page for the podcast is what we're at. is Daily Antics 1. Please follow, like, and subscribe, and share me out there, people, because like I said, I'm just trying to make a change. And with the help from you guys, we can make it much easier and much faster for these younger ones to obviously see that this change can happen, and it will happen, and it's going to happen. So big up yourselves, my people, and keep pushing. As long as you're doing what you're doing as a parent, just remember, don't let no one tell you that you're doing anything different. Does that make sense? But at the same time, I'm just going to give you a little few of what I thought that I will give out to the homeless people. And like I said, I will be recording myself while I'm doing it and uploading it. People, this is not for me to boast and brag about. This is for me to just give back to the community of what I feel that I should do. The big man upstairs speaks to me and I take messages. Like I said, people, that's just how I am. So you know what it is, man. It's Daily Antics at all times. Big up yourself, or you're done now, man. Bosh.